a land of beauty, nationalistic values, a champion hockey team, and world-class politicians. Just take a look at our past leaders: John Chrétien, Paul Martin, and Stephen Harper. Now, let's take a look at the future of our nation. Our federal election candidates are Grant Goldberg, Stephen Gross, and Chris Lee. Chris Lee. Chris Lee has been a champion his whole life. When Chris Lee beat out his competition, Grant Goldberg, and Stephen Gross in his 5th grade election, the crime rate in Turkmenistan went down 40%. There is no doubt in my mind that Chris Lee is the reason for this. But enough about the issues. Let's talk about the competition. Grant Goldberg was born next to a nuclear waste plant in Jersey and was raised by a family of wolves. The wolves taught him to lose, and it is because of these teachings that Grant lost his 5th grade election to none other than Grand Chairman Lee. After losing the election, Grant turned to a life of international villainy, except in Turkmenistan, because Chris Lee cleaned it up. And now to Stephen. At the age of 3, Stephen Gross ran away from home and joined a band of Scandinavian gypsies and was not seen until the age of 9, where coincidentally, he lost his grade 5 election to none other than Grandmaster Chief Commandant Chris Snoop Dogg Lee. Did we mention he's American? If we allow an American to run our country, we're setting ourselves up for an ambush. The Americans flanking us through Alaska, carrying gravity axes and weasel maces, buildings collapsing, lives at stake, babies on fire, chaos! Thanks, Stephen. Now back to Chris Lee. Chris has a long heritage of champions in his lifeline. He has never lost, and therefore will never lose.
I don't lose. It's not what I'm about. Not now, not ever.
Chris Lee doesn't just beat Grant and Stephen at elections like a champion. There are many other things Chris does like a champion that you could also do if Chris Lee has your vote come election day. Some of these things are walking, sleeping, bathing, reading,
What?
Eating cereal, defecating, being friends with John, not convincing enough? Well, how about this statistic? 146% of employees at John Co. think that Chris Lee is bar none the best candidate for federal leader. Champions vote for Chris. Want to be a champion? What are you waiting for?